Good morning, Pisces. This is Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to do your daily check-in. Today is July 12th, 2026, but when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. We're going to pull some oracle cards and some tarot cards and get an energy reading for you today. This will be a general reading that may or may not resonate with you, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's call in spirit. Okay, Pisces, let's pull a couple oracle cards for you first. Let's see what's going on. Today is Sunday, July 12th, but when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. Welcome if you're new. My name is Angela, and then welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for being here each and every day. Thank you for always liking and hyping. If you could do that for me again. If you don't know what the hype button is, it really is helpful. You just swipe over to where the comments section is. You'll see the hype. You hit that, and that really does help boost my reading to get out there for more people. It's like it notifies YouTube that you think it's a great reading and you want other people to hear it. It doesn't cost you anything. So a lot of people don't know what that hype button is, but if you could do that for me, that would be so helpful. So I don't get lost in no man's land out there in YouTube where nobody sees my videos. So it is very helpful for me. Let's see what's going on for you here, Pisces. Spirit message for Pisces, July 12th, 2026, or when they're viewing this message, please. What do they need to know right now, Spirit? We have believe strange encounters. Believe in strange encounters, okay? Believe strange encounters. It says nostalgia, idolizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. I feel like we talked about that yesterday. It's to keep in the present, but you have regret from the past. And we have investigate. Look closely, ask questions. Think before acting. For some of you, I'm picking up that you're getting some type of paranormal experience. You have a lot of regrets from the past. There could be somebody that has passed on that you have a lot of regrets or guilt about, or nostalgia. Thinking about the past, almost idolizing it. Like those are the best times of my life. But you've also feared that you've made a mistake of some sort, or it was like your fault. I'm picking up for some of you, like this is something that you're thinking about. I think Spirit is asking you to really look closely at it though. Was it really your fault? Did you really make the mistake? So before you start thinking about that regret or fearing you made a mistake about something in the past, look at it more closely before taking action about it. Did you really make a mistake? There's something telling you, there's some type of strange encounter. Maybe this is a thought that came over you all of a sudden, something you haven't thought about for a long time, to bring you back to that place. I feel like it's about letting go. And there's something, like you've seen something, like there's a unicorn in this picture. So you've seen something. You've had some type of strange encounter that made you think about this. Made you think about something from the past something you've idolized. It could be a parent. It could be anything. But you feel like you've made mistakes with it. But you need to look at it more closely. Think before you judge yourself, in other words. Interesting. Let's pull some tarot and see what this message is. A lot of people shuffle off camera, and I don't. So you can always fast forward to when I start putting the cards down. I just think it's more authentic, like you're having a personal reading, like you're sitting here with me and I'm doing a reading for you. So that's why I shuffle on camera, do everything on camera, except for show you my face, which I do once in a while. But honestly, I do this in the morning before I've even showered. I'm drinking my coffee right now, and you don't want to see that. All right. Let's see what's going on here, Pisces. Spirit message. Okay. Queen of Wands. Message for Pisces. What do they need to know? They're flipping today. King of Swords. Two of Pentacles. There's two people here. What does Pisces need to know here, for today, please, Spirit? Okay. This could be about somebody that you left behind. Somebody that you were very disappointed in. Something that, you know, with this Five of Cups here in the shadow here, this is somebody that you ended something with the Five of Cups here. Somebody that you were very disappointed in. Somebody that you walked away from. It feels like in the shadow here. Some type of relationship. This could be an end of a marriage or regretting some type of marital disappointment or loss. This could be what you're regretting because this is what is in the shadow here. You could have, something may have made you think about something, some type of strange encounter, or like your angels pushed you away from this person, or something happened where your life changed. You're wondering if you made a mistake because you're thinking about the past. You're thinking about this person. Perhaps somebody you were married to. You're fearing that you made a mistake because you're thinking about the past. You're thinking about the good times gone by. But you really need to think about this. You need to look at it more closely. Ask yourself the questions. Like, what really happened? Are you only looking at the good times and not the bad that made you be in this place? So before you act or start calling this person, telling them that you regret maybe breaking up with them or ending a marriage or something like that, you really need to think about things. Think about it before you act here. Ask yourself these questions. What happened here? I feel like there's some type of spiritual energy here that's guiding you to really think about things. We have the Queen of Wands here, and we have the King of Swords. I feel like this could be your energy here. You know, you're a passionate, well-liked person. You could be female. Very confident person. We also have a male here as well, King of Swords. So take it as it resonates, male or female. This is somebody that, you know, is very logical. Could be a little bit controlling or domineering. We'll go back and clarify these energies. I feel like this may be the relationship here. Somebody is a little bit more dominant over the other one. Somebody's more confident, sincere, where somebody's more logical, really uses their brain here. They could have a sharp tongue. A little bit controlling, domineering, thinks they know everything. This is a softer energy, this Queen of Wands. So whichever person that you are here, this feels like the relationship. And you had to make a decision whether to walk away or not. And it looks like there was some type of disappointment in this union. This could be a marriage here with this Three of Cups here. Or some type of union here, where there was some type of celebration. You could have maybe gone through a lot of disappointment with this person, but you kept working things out over time. You'd work through the struggles. But it's like you put an end to it and you're feeling like maybe you regret it because you're looking back at the good times, but you're not looking at the whole picture here. Spirit is asking you to stop and think first and ask yourself these questions like, what really happened? We have the Knight of Swords energy here. This is somebody that was very impulsive, a bit of a bully or troublemaker in the relationship. And it's like you had to start over. The Fool card here. You had to create a new beginning for yourself. I think in the long run, you've felt a lot better after leaving this person behind because of all the craziness that was going on here. We'll go back and clarify, as I said. The Page of Cups is here. This is somebody that, like a younger mentality here. I feel like you had like a younger mind to have compassion for this person, even though they made some mistakes. You're still compassionate now, looking back at this person with nostalgia and thinking of the good times. You're still in that mindset, like you think they're going to change. You think that they're going to be, you're idolizing this person because of a few good times that you've had with this person, but you're not thinking about it straight. You really need to stop before you act. Before you call this person, really think about, do you really want to go back to that? Did they really change? Or are you just up in your head because maybe, you're fearing what the unknown is? You're a very nurturing, giving person. You're on a trajectory of growth right now here, Pisces. You've grown from this relationship, situationship, whatever this is, work environment. But you're feeling a lot better now with this Five of Pentacles being reversed here. You're no longer feeling like you're being left out in the cold here. Your life is improving. You may have even gotten a better job or a new employment after this. But you're thinking back to the disappointment, or you're thinking back to the good times, but there was a lot of disappointment in this situation. Maybe you're thinking about giving them another chance, but Spirit is asking you to stop. Really look closely at this. Investigate what's really going on here. Did this person reach out to you? We are in retrograde. So this person may have reached out to you, which has made all these feelings come back. But what's really going on? You moved on. Let's clarify. Please clarify the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you moved on from a lot of turbulence. There was a lot of chaos and turbulence that you were in, Pisces. I feel like you're a very confident, well-liked person. Very nurturing person. But you were in a lot of chaos in this situation. Please clarify the King of Swords. This person has not moved on. This person could be coming back around here with the World card being reversed. This chapter for them has not ended. You moved away from the chaos, but this hasn't ended for them. I feel like they could be coming back around or contacting you, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, now I'm thinking about all the times gone by. I'm reminiscing about all the good times I had with this person. They're making me remember all of this stuff, and I'm not thinking about the bad and why I walked away. The disappointment that you had, the loss you had in this situation. There could be some type of choice here to make, to maybe go back to this person, but Spirit is urging you to investigate and see what's really going on with this person. Have they changed? Are they just saying these things? Please clarify the Two of Pentacles. This is retrograde time. So Spirit is asking you to think logically about this choice. Really investigate. Look closely. Ask this person questions. Think before you act. Have they gotten help? Have they changed? How have they changed? Where do they live? What are they doing? How, what improvements are they making in their relationship? It's time to ask questions. Please clarify the Three of Cups. I feel like you went through this a lot with them. You're no longer bound to this person. You're no longer blinded by them. I feel like they dimmed your light for a long time. And you stepped into a new beginning for yourself here, Pisces, and they're coming back around. But you're no longer bound to this person. They may feel like they have unfinished business with you, but you walked away from this turbulence. You walked away from this disappointment in this relationship. You were strong and confident in what you did. Please clarify the Knight of Swords. This person is coming in to bring trouble. It's retrograde season, and they always come back around. So they're coming in, bringing trouble here, Pisces, to your life, upsetting your life. And it's like they may stop you from moving on. They may tell you that they've made a mistake. tell you that they can't concentrate on things because all they do is think about you. But they are a troublemaker. They're bringing trouble in. They may tell you that they've made a mistake. You may be feeling like you made a mistake. Or they may say, hey, we made a mistake. We should have never broken up. So then you're thinking about it. But they're a bit of a troublemaker here, upsetting your life. You've moved on with the Fool card. Here, please clarify, Spirit. Please clarify the Fool. Yeah. You've moved on to better things here, Pisces, with the King of Wands here. You set standards for what you want in your life. You've taken a leadership role. This could have been somebody you were married to. Please clarify the Page of Cups. You see the fish here in the cup. Yeah. You decided to do everything on your own. You took a chance. You started new. You took all your emotion with you. And you started over on your own. You did it all on your own. I feel like you created, it's almost like you had manifested a new beginning for yourself. And you did. You created everything on your own. You've done a lot of growth or growing through the situation here. Please clarify the Empress. But I feel like this person's coming back around. They could be telling you that they made a mistake or that they feel that both of you made a mistake. Please clarify the Empress. But look closely. Spirit is saying, look closely, investigate this. You've cultivated a new beginning for yourself here, Pisces. You've really grown. You worked hard to get to where you are right now. Spirit is asking you to look closely at all the work that you've done now. Do you really want to go back to this? You've been feeling a lot better since this situation has ended, or you walked away from it. Please clarify the Five of Pentacles. You've been doing things different. You've been doing things different since you separated yourself from this situation. It could be a marriage. You're finally doing things differently and you're feeling better. I feel like Spirit is asking you, like, this person's coming back around. It feels like they have never let go. They never ended it in their mind. But you did. This was full of chaos and turbulence for you. You walked away from it because you felt you were blinded, bound, suffering. There was no happiness here. You had to walk away to find your own happiness. Take off the blinders, take off the mask. You were no longer trapped in the situation. You wanted to be happy. But I feel like this person's coming in, a bit of a troublemaker, telling you that they regret things or they think that the both of you made a mistake. You've moved on. You took your passions, your drive, your leadership in your life and created a new beginning for yourself, and you did it on your own here, Pisces. Spirit is telling you to look at the hard work that you've done, the growth that you've made. You're feeling better, and you did it your way. You did it in a whole new way here, Pisces. I feel like it's been spiritually guided. You had this strange occurrence maybe happen to where something was telling you to get out of this situation. But because this person could be contacting you or something like that, you're thinking about the past. They're making you fear that you have made a mistake. But Spirit is asking you to investigate this. Ask questions. Think before you act on this situation. What is the outcome here? Stupid retrograde. Queen of Cups. What is the outcome? And King of Pentacles. Yeah. You got a swindler here. They're going to say and do anything that they possibly can do. But you're going to stand tall in your confidence here, Pisces. This is you, the Queen of Cups here. This King of Pentacles is a swindler. They're going to say and do anything to try to get back in your good graces. That's the outcome here. You need to stand strong, though. You're a strong female or male Pisces. Very confident, nurturing person here. But they're a swindler. They're going to try to talk their way back into your life. What is the advice? Two of Wands. What is the advice? I feel like the Two of Wands is saying there's more fish in the sea. Look to the world. There's more fish in the sea. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, you're going to get some communication here. They're going to be calling you. One more. What is the advice? So when they call, you have to remember that there's more fish in the sea. Yeah, this is a broken relationship here or marriage. Yeah. They're going to want to negotiate with you for what you don't see here, Pisces. But Spirit's advice here is there's more fish in the sea. The Two of Wands here. You have the world in your hands. The choice is yours. They're going to be calling. This is a broken marriage or relationship here that they may be wanting to fix. They're wanting to negotiate something with you, but they're a swindler. They're going to try to, it's almost like I keep visualizing a snake. Like they're sneaky. They're going to get under things. They're going to get under you. They're going to make you start thinking about this stuff. They're going to make you think about the memories. They're going to make you fear that you made a mistake. Spirit is advising you to investigate this closely. Look at it closely, ask questions, and think before you act. Let's pull an Akashic Records Oracle card to finish up here, Pisces. Yeah, this is retrograde season. You got somebody coming back around. It feels like it could be somebody that you were married to or in a relationship or situationship where they have like unfinished business with you, but you moved on. You created a new beginning for yourself. You should be very proud of the growth that you've made. You did this all on your own. And here they come. You got somebody from the past coming back in. A little swindler. They're going to be communicating with you. But there's more fish in the sea, Pisces. That's what I keep seeing with that Two of Wands. Again, you have freedom of choice here. Just giving you the information. Spirit, message from the Akashic Records to finish up this reading for Pisces, please. Message for Pisces, please, Spirit. So it says victim mindset. It says you feel the world is against you and this will only cause you to attract more negative results. Stop the blame and take responsibility for your happiness. Only then will abundance start to flow. And I feel like looking at this, like they may come in and play the victim. They may say that we made a mistake. We did this, or you made a mistake. You should have never left me, blah, blah, blah. So you feel the world is against you. So you feel like, this person's coming in and maybe a blame game kind of feeling. It's only going to cause you to attract more negative results by letting this person back into your life. So stop blaming yourself or take responsibility for your happiness. Again, you've been much happier now. You've created a life of your own. You've worked hard. You've done it on your own. You're feeling a lot better now. When you stay in this mindset of abundance, more will come towards you. But if you start getting in your mind here about this person, thinking back to the past, perhaps, feeling like you made a mistake or something like that, you're going to attract more negative energy. And I feel like that's what Spirit is telling you here with this believe in strange occurrences or encounters. Like, I feel like Spirit is telling you something. Also, Spirit is also telling me that when you're thinking about this and thinking about the past, you may get some signs from Spirit, kind of like urging you to really look at this. Really see what's going on with this person. It's almost like they try to manipulate you in a way. They're trying to negotiate their way back in. But why? Look at it closely. Again, I can't tell you what to do as this is retrograde season, but I do feel that you've got somebody coming back in, perhaps somebody that you divorced, that's going to be calling you, wanting a chance again, or telling you how they've made a mistake, or making you feel like you made a mistake. But you created a life of your own now, Pisces. You've made a new beginning. You're feeling so much better. You've grown since this relationship. You may be a whole different person since this relationship. Don't let them make you fall into that victim mentality. You've done a lot of work here, Pisces. I'm going to pull a message from the universe as well. I just have a feeling like this is somebody from your past coming back in, perhaps a romantic relationship or a divorce, or somebody from your past coming back in is going to try to communicate with you. And they're going to talk about all the good stuff and never the bad. The reasons why you left or were disappointed in this relationship. They're going to want to try to negotiate a way of getting back in your life. You really need to look at this, Pisces, because you have moved on. Spirit, message from the universe to finish up this reading for Pisces, please, Spirit. Okay. It says, I know that you have been questioning yourself lately and wondering if you are good enough or strong enough to do that which your heart desires to do. This message is here to remind you that you really are more than capable of doing it. Rise up and take the leap of faith. In other words, like, you're able to do everything on your own. You don't need this person. You may be questioning yourself like, well, life would be easier if I let them back in. Maybe they can help me with the bills or something like that. But you can do this on your own. You may also be questioning yourself like, am I ever going to find love again? Because maybe it's been a while. Maybe you haven't really dated or been with anybody since this person. And maybe you're questioning yourself like, maybe that's the only person that's ever going to want to be with me. The Spirit is saying here, this message is to remind you that you really are more than capable or more important than going back to anything that doesn't serve you. Take a leap of faith into the unknown. Create a new beginning for yourself. You don't have to go back to the past. You can get out of this victim mindset. Remember to release the past and live in the present. That was a very strong message from yesterday. Stop thinking back to the past. The past is over. You can't change the past. Whether you made mistakes or not, you can't change those mistakes. You can only live in the present moment. So what do you want to do? Do you want to go back to this? You need to ask some questions here. Investigate. Think before you act. Or do you want to stay where you're growing here, Pisces? You've been doing a lot of growth on your own, and you're feeling better. They're coming in to negotiate something with you, but you've been very disappointed by this person. I'm going to leave the message there, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons if you want to, and I will see you tomorrow for your daily. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.